Hi, I'm Bukumi David. I'm the lead AI instructor at AI Accelerators Africa. In today's video, we'll be learning responsible AI and AI ethics. This is an organizational based training for staffs of different organizations so that they could leverage artificial intelligence but use it ethically and responsibly. This training is delivered by Bukumi David for AI Accelerator. Why this training? The purpose of this training is to enable staffs to maximize the use of AI responsibly and ethically. We do not want a scenario where the purpose of you leveraging these tools to get much done at a lesser time, you breach the global AI code of conduct or the global ethical standpoint of usage of artificial intelligence and put yourself or your organization in trouble. We'll start from the foundation. The first thing you need to get to know is AI predicts. It does not fully understand your context if you do not give it to it. So generative AI works by statistical pattern recognition, not genuine understanding. So what that means is because generative AI is trained with a lot of data, what happens is that it uses the patterns that it has learned from those data to predict new form of ideas or new form of informations when you give it instructions, which is known as prompting. Prompting is the process of instructing the generative AI to do something. So the first thing you need to know is AI hallucinates. Models can state false or fabricated information with complete confidence, driven by gaps in the training data or unfamiliar prompts. Now, what that means is what hallucination means in the concept of AI is that the AI can give you some data or some informations that are not completely true, and it's going to give it to you as though it is very sure of what it is saying. And this can be caused by the gap in the data that has been used to train the generative AI, or a kind of unfamiliar prompt when you give it a prompt that is not very much detailed in a way that the AI can understand exactly the context what you are talking about. The second thing is AI does not have common sense, or AI does not ordinarily by itself understand context. So AI cannot independently judge a real world constraint or shifting context. Because of this, in prompting your artificial intelligence, we need to understand that the AI should have enough of the context that you are working with in your prompt, so that you are not going to just get generic answers that is not really applicable to your context. The next thing I want us to understand is you must have a human in the loop when working with generative AI or artificial intelligence generally. I'm going to give a scenario for this. So I was building an automation system for a particular organization at the time, and I included human in the loop in the process of building the automation system, whereby the human has to accept at a particular point before the automation completes the circle. The manager was like, okay, how about we do it? Can't we do it in a way where it just moves directly and then give us the results? And I told him, frankly, we could do it like that. However, it is not safe. The reason why it is not safe is if anything goes wrong, there is no remedy. It is most likely going to exhaust the money or exhaust, it is going to cost something. So for mitigating that particular cost, we have to include a human in the loop so that the human can verify exactly what the artificial intelligence is about to do and see that it is something ethical, responsible in the usage of AI, and meets up with the standard and policy of the organization. So every employee is accountable for reviewing and validating AI outcome before they use it. The person who initiated the use of the AI is responsible for whatever the result the AI produces. I want us to look at the ACT framework. This is the organization's protocol for working with artificial intelligence before we start working with it, during working with it, and after working with it. So the ACT, which is an acronym for ask, check, and tell. Ask, check, and tell. The ask is done before you start using the tool, before you even determine which tool is best for this job. You need to ask yourself this certain question: is AI right for this task? In generally, before you even decide on which AI tool, you need to first ask yourself, what I'm about to do, should I use artificial intelligence for it? And does it involve personal information of clients or of customers or of family members? Does it involve personal information? Is the tool an enterprise approved? So what that means is there are more security measures that are available to more versions, more paid versions of each generative AI tool. The better the enterprise version, the more kind of security system you have backing up the generative AI. And one of the reasons why you need to ask yourself this question is every time AI carries out a task for you, you just trained your mind that you can outsource that task to AI any other time. One of the side effects that we've seen on the landscape is the saying that this is the first time that the previous generation of human species are going to have higher IQ or have high IQ compared to the present generation. And one of the reasons is the over dependency on these tools. So much so that people are gradually losing the capacity to write simple letters or to craft simple mails because they are overly dependent on artificial intelligence and they are not developing themselves by reading or by listening to things or by watching inspiring or educative or self-development videos. The next thing is the check. You use this after you've ascertained that this particular task that I want to do is fit for AI and you've chosen the particular tool that is fit for that particular task. The next thing you want to do is you want to verify the accuracy. You want to review the results for bias, and you want to confirm professional and institutional fit. So what I mean by professional and institutional fit is you want to make sure that the result is fitting into the policy of your organization as it fits into the global AI policy. And why is this important? Many people think they are using AI, but AI is actually using them. So they think they can just input the prompts, the AI is going to give them the answer, and it has saved them the stress of having to read and brainstorm on finding an answer for a particular solution. Meanwhile, the AI is getting better one way or the other, or the AI is going to get better from their constant usage. And this might as well lead to the AI taking up some roles from some certain set of people that are not actually developing their mind, that just do everything with artificial intelligence without confirming, without learning more about how the AI gets to do that. The third one is the T, which is the tell. It's done after you've gotten your results. And this means disclose that you used AI to people around you. This is going to keep them on their toes in the process of checking through to audit the documents or the file or the results. And why this helps is it helps the team to be more intentional in review and also corrections to better enhance the documents or the results to meet up to desired outcome. We'll talk about public versus enterprise tools. Public class consumer AI tools. You must never import a raw client file into a public generative AI tool. You must make sure that the name, the email, the phone number, the addresses of your clients, or those contents on the data are anonymized in a way that they are just replaced with placeholders, so that those data do not feed directly into the artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, for the enterprise tool, we can have internal workflows, we can have sanitized client data set. So sanitized client data set means anonymized client data set. We can have zero data retention guarantee, where you can decide to opt in for the generative AI tool to not retain any of your data that you are imputing into the particular generative AI system to get any form of results. You need to sanitize before you prompt. That means you need to detach every kind of information that can be traceable to a person or an organization from what you are feeding the generative AI tools. And then we have this example of unsafe prompts and safe prompts. Example of an unsafe prompt is analyze this CSV of registered students with their name, their email, their phone number, and their location, and draft personalized outreach mail. So including all these details into a generative AI is not safe for the purpose of yourself and your clients. Now, a safe prompt will look like, I need an email template for course registration follow-ups. Place brackets, placeholders like this. So what that means is replace the name with a placeholder, replace the other things with placeholders where user data should already be. So instead of imputing the user data directly, replace those data with placeholders, and that will be a safe prompt, and you will still get the desired result that you actually desire to get using the generative artificial intelligence. If you have a question, drop it in the comment section below. If you do not have a question, if you have something to add, or if you have something you wish to say, drop it in the comment section below. If you have any topic that you want us to treat, drop it in the comment section below, and we'll do well to attend to it. Don't forget, this training is brought to you by AI Accelerators, and our service include what you can see on the screen. For more information, for inquiries, you can contact us for your community training, your organizational trainings, and a lot more. Thank you for joining.